I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about emotions and feelings and the importance of really allowing yourself the time and the creative energy and the peace to feel your feelings and to explore your emotions. One of the places that I love in Europe is in Hungary, and there's a beautiful bridge. It's called the Széchenyi Bridge. It's also known as the Chain Bridge, and it's a stone and iron bridge. It's a suspension bridge, and it's very beautiful. It has two sets of lion statues on either end of the bridge, and this was built in 1839, and it was finished in about 1849. This is a walking bridge as well as a traffic bridge, vehicular traffic, and it's wonderful to walk across the Danube on this bridge, and it connects Buda and Pest. That's the name of the city, Budapest or Budapest. And before they had these beautiful bridges, you couldn't really get back and forth reliably. During World War II, when the Nazi Germans were leaving Budapest, they needed to slow down the Russians, who were a part of the Allied forces at the time. They wanted to slow them down so that they could escape. And one of the sad things that they did was explode all of the bridges across the Danube, so there was not a way to get across the bridge. This was in about 1945, right toward the end of the European part of the conflict of World War II. Well, if you look at this bridge after it was exploded, it's very sad, it's tragic. It's also a little bit beautiful because it's still a beautiful structure, but it's sitting there in the water. And I liken this to how we are when our lives have become exploded. Our lives have gone down in the water, and we feel almost as if there's no way we can make it back and we can rebuild our lives. One of the most important things we can do in that moment is to take time to sit in the water. Just like this bridge is sitting in the water, sit in the water. Sit in your feelings, sit in your emotions. Allow yourself to consider, how do I want to rebuild my life? This is not something we do instantaneously. If we did, it wouldn't rebuild very well. But we take the time to make plans and to put things back together. As it would happen, the bridge was rebuilt. I've walked across it many, many times, and it's very beautiful, and it was rebuilt beautifully. Interestingly, it only took 4 years to rebuild the bridge. I hope we can all consider that it's very important to allow yourselves time to feel your feelings and emotions. They're easier to release. They're easier to understand when we truly look at them. And then we can rebuild. We will have many times where we will need to rebuild our lives. That's okay. It's part of being a human being. But if we can allow ourselves the time to plan and to rebuild, we will gain greater understanding and be able to rebuild a beautiful life.